We are also seeing thousands of Ukrainians trying to leave the country and find safety. Among them, a former high school exchange student in Saranac. She is now fleeing war in her homeland, uncertain of what the future holds.
News 8's Joe LaFergie talked with Nataliya over Zoom today as she tries to escape Russian troops.
Yeah, Nataliya Zaboychenko remains on the run. We connected with her with help from the woman she called Mom during her 2-year stay here in West Michigan. Every virtual conversation begins and ends the same.
Good to see you, Natalie. I love you, sweetie.
Good to see you, too. I love you so much.
Nataliya, who lived with Teresa Nuremberg and her family during the 2017-2018 school year in Saranac, now fleeing her home country as Russian troops advance. Her story is a combination of heartbreak and resolve.
I can assure you I am going to be okay. I'm smart. We have some money. We have a car. So there's no need to cry right now. There are people in Ukraine who already died. There are people who will die. Personally, I should be all right.
Their journey began about 5 a.m. local time Thursday in the capital of Kyiv when the bombs began to drop.
We immediately understood that it was Russia because the talks about war with Russia, it was going on like for a while. So we knew if something started, it was Russia. It took us 15 minutes to get ready, to check our fridge, to check our gas, to make sure that we can leave apartment. We immediately left the apartment and got in the car, and we started driving out of city. A lot of people were driving out of city too. When I went on the street, there were people and they were going to bomb shelter. So like half of people were going to bomb shelter and half of people were going in their cars to escape the city. It was a decision which every Kyiv citizen made that morning. People in the traffic were behaving differently. Some were like breaking the rules, driving over the sidewalks or over the grass, but most of them were pretty civil.
It will likely be Sunday before they reach their destination. Nataliya is convinced they'll make it. Her biggest worries are of those who stayed behind.
So I have like 4 friends in Kyiv right now, and I'm constantly on the phone with them. And sometimes they do not answer for a while, and it's like heartbreaking.
And her anger grows, not just with the Russian military, but also with the Kremlin's propaganda machine.
There is so much misinformation right now, and my heart breaks when I hear that, oh, well, Ukraine is not saying to. No, we didn't do anything. We were sleeping at night and they attacked us. And I'm so angry at journalists who spread the wrong information about my country.
Right now, she says she's safe. She and her mother, a doctor, will wait in line with other refugees to cross the border. But her father will stay. The Ukrainian government is requiring men between the ages of 18 and 60 to stay and fight. Despite the war in her homeland, the third-year university student and ballerina's resolve remains strong.
If we will be able to cross the border and get to Romania, I have no idea what is going to happen next, because we will not cross the border with car, so we're just going to walk to Romania, and then we will figure it out from there.
Quite a lot of resolve there. And Nataliya expressed disappointment with some of the other European countries, saying they should do more, especially in the area of sanctions, to try to drive Russia back across the border.
Her calm demeanor, it's really hard to understand. It's just incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing talking to her. And again, you see the resolve, you hear it in her voice, you see it in her eyes. Not giving up, and you heard her that last soundbite. Okay, we're going to get across the border. What happens after that, we don't know, but we'll move on.
Right.
We'll move forward.
We'll figure it out then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Joe, thank you.